I got it. I got it.
Yay!
Okay. Okay, guys. So with Lee Kenny today, I got some of your questions that you wanted to ask, so I'll leave those to a little bit later on. So, Lee, one of the th this is the first time, obviously, I'm doing this, as I've
We
already
definitely haven't
explained.
been sitting here talking for the past 20 minutes.
No, exactly. We haven't been doing that. We just jumped straight into it. So,
Absolutely.
first off, I suppose what is new with Lee?
You didn't tell me the questions were going to be so hard.
Well, what is new with Lee? I'm going to move on, but first off, you tell us what's going on in your world at the moment. Anything new? Any news you want to share?
Um, yeah, I've got a special edition coming out of Hush My Darling because I haven't wrote anything new yet. Woohoo!
You have been writing
Yeah, no,
news.
the special edition is hopefully going to be released on the 25th of August on the 1 year anniversary of the paperback of Hush. But it's very pretty and it's got a nice shiny jacket and it's got a nice matte interior and it's got nice illustrations. And I wrote a poem for it. You read the poem, didn't you?
I did read the poem.
Mm,
I did. You sent it me.
I did.
No,
It's
I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to grab a copy anyway, even though I've got the, what's it called? Twisted
oh, Twisted Retreat. Yeah,
Fruit.
that's a limited edition.
Yeah,
So
but
all the editions.
I've still got that in the wrapping.
I have as well. I haven't
Until,
opened mine. I have two now because I got sent an extra one. And I haven't opened either. But I'm
that's it.
thinking of like maybe eventually doing a giveaway with one of them, but not yet.
Yeah. Nah, keep hold of it. Keep it for yourself.
Yeah, no, I have two though.
Fix it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Keep them both. Fix the giveaway so you win.
sell it,
Have
eBay.
you got anything else in the pipeline then? Any kind of like
So
anthology
much
or
stuff.
anything that's coming out or
Yeah, this is the problem for me is I have too many things in the pipeline and I'm doing absolutely nothing. I have a story in a collection coming up with everybody knows Kevin Kennedy and his anthologies. So I'm sure people have noticed he's been doing Wales, Scotland, England, and the Irish one is hopefully going to be released in August. Um, that's got myself, Keelan Patrick Burke, who we all know I love. Sean O'Connor, he's phenomenal. He put together a charity anthology a few years back. It was like for global warming, or not global warming, for like an ecology charity. But he got Stephen King in the anthology, which I think is phenomenal. Um, so Sean O'Connor, Colin Leonard, who people might recognize from he does Beyond Books of Horror. Um, he tends to be there more as a reader than a writer, but his writing is really good. And Alexander Moore, who is a newbie to the scene, but he is really, really good. He's like very experimental and got a like hint of Cormac McCarthy about him. So if people like that kind of thing. But more importantly, I'm in it. So
yeah.
and anyway, I've got other stuff as well. I've two short story collections I'm supposed to be working on that I am working on. Um, I have a book that I am supposed to be writing that I have I froze.
No.
Okay. Yeah, now I'm working on a book that is completely separate to Cursed Hush Everything. It's gonna be a new direction for me. It's like literary horror with zombies and flowers.
Zombies and flowers. Nice. When are you looking at releasing that? Is
Oh,
that like
please.
in the far
Yeah,
away distance?
it's the one that I'm thinking if it goes the way I want it to go, that I might actually, for the first time ever, query some agents with. Only if it goes how I intended to go though.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
we'll
nice.
see. Because I'm supposed to be writing a sequel to Cursed. I've been promising everybody this sequel to Cursed, and I know where it's going. I just haven't had the time to write it. Hush is not getting a full length sequel, but I do plan on releasing like a collection of sorts with a couple of stories set in the Hush universe and maybe a novella because I kind of do have a sequel in mind. I know technically a sequel novelette, but I have like a sequel in mind. But I can't say a whole lot and give things away because I don't know who's read the novelette and who hasn't. But
Yeah, yeah,
I've
yeah.
all the stuff in the pipeline and I'll get there. We'll get
Yeah,
there.
nice, cool. It sounds like you've got a lot more planned than I have anyway, to be
Yeah,
fair.
what I plan and what I do are two
Yeah.
very different things.
But in terms of the Curse sequel, have you? I know you said you haven't started right, but have you kind of have you planned it? Do you plan
Yes.
anything
There's
out?
no, like I plan in my head, so that could change 100 times between me actually sitting down to write, between now and then. And while I'm writing it, that will
Yeah,
continue to change, you know what I mean? Because I've got like six different directions that one part of the story might go, and then those different directions will lead in other directions. So it depends. I'm not good at kind of going, we're going from A to B to C.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
I lose the run of myself then. Um, like I can have a conversation with somebody and start off talking about carrots and end up talking about robots. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
writing to a plan doesn't work for me. I need to be able to just go and be fluid but I have an idea where I want it to go. I know the beats I wanted to hit it, if that makes sense.
yeah,
And I've paid attention to the things that didn't work, the things that did work for people in the first one, and the things that didn't work. So I know a lot of people wanted more backstory on the box. So I have that. I know what the box, the origins, as it
yeah,
were. I know
yeah,
the
yeah,
box and the entity. I have a fun one that it's like a bit of a throwback to the first one that I can't wait to bring into the. It's one of those ones where I wish I could be there when people read it so that I can watch their faces
yeah,
and probably be disgusted because they're like, oh, what? I don't remember that, but whatever.
yeah. Yeah, well, I do think it will be good though because I can remember Curse pretty well, and I remember when some of the reviews because it got a lot of hype. But I also remember a couple of people stating about the background, and I was like, well, it's like a 120-page book.
Yeah,
Um, but as soon as you said you were bringing up the second one, I thought, well, that is a great opportunity for a backstory. I
yeah.
think if you'd
And
have thrown it all in there at
but this
once,
is it. And at the end of the day, Cursed was my first venture. I had only written my first ever short story a few months prior to that.
hmm,
So it was never going to be perfect. And then especially when you bring self-publishing into it, you know yourself what a learning curve that is.
yeah,
So
definitely,
for me, everything is always like there's an element of experiment in it. I'm trying to see how far I can write, how far I can bring a story before it gets boring. I mean, like you can't please anyone either. Well, everyone. You can please some people.
hmm,
But like Hush is twice the length of Cursed. And I have people who say, oh, it wasn't long enough. We needed more. And I have people who say, oh, that could have been a novella. You know what I mean? Different strokes for different folks.
yeah. I think like, you're always going to, like you say, you can't please everybody, and you will always get that. But
Yeah, so I kind of try to make sure when I write something that I'm happy first and
yeah,
foremost. Like if
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
happy with how the
definitely,
dialogue goes and I'm happy with how much of the story there is, then I'm happy to call it quits. And that's I think the thing with Hush, why I keep coming back to Hush, because I wasn't satisfied with the ending of Hush. Even though I wrote it, I don't think I was satisfied, and that's why I went ahead with the novelette sequel, and that
yeah,
satisfied me. But not
yeah,
only did it satisfy me, but it gave me more fuel to continue on, which I
yeah,
didn't expect. I kind of thought with Hush when I was done. But with Cursed, there will definitely just like it'll be one and done for the sequel, and then that's me gone out of the Cursed universe, I think.
yeah.
Unless something
I
changes.
really liked Hush. Um, I still do, but I do think there was definitely a different, not a different level there with both books, but
But they're two very
I
different
found,
beasts as well, you know what I
yeah,
mean?
I thought Curse was just a fun, a fun read.
Yeah,
I
it's
thought
like it's like
it was
watching a
good. It
trashy
was
B
quick.
movie. You know what I mean? You
Yeah,
know you're gonna get a few jump scares. You're gonna see some stuff that you've probably seen before, but it's fun, so you enjoy seeing it anyway. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Hush had so many different levels to it
And this is the
emotionally.
thing, yeah. And the thing with Hush as well was I said from day one, because I've seen so many writers who, like, there are some people, like, take yourself for instance, you enjoy writing like the gothic, ghostly stuff. That's your niche. But there are some people who end up falling into a niche that they don't necessarily enjoy
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and expected of them. So I said I didn't want to be put in, pardon the pun, but I didn't want to be put in a box. So I wrote Hush. And funny enough, one of the very first people who read Hush for me, their biggest complaint was that it was too different to Cursed. They were expecting something paranormal. And I was like, well, I told you going into it what it was going to be. But it goes to show that they had already set that expectation. You know what I mean? And they were disappointed because they went in despite the blurb, they went in expecting something paranormal to happen,
Yeah,
and it didn't.
yeah,
So, like I expressly said explicitly from day one that Hush was about human monsters.
yeah. But I also think as well with Hush, it kind of went from a stage where you released it and it was kind of you were getting that exposure, but it was kind of like dribs and drabs. Whereas now it seems to have found that audience and it does
Yeah,
get a lot
definitely.
more
I was a little
exposure.
disappointed when Hush released because Cursed was like it was great for a first release. It got so much traction, but it wasn't great because it also set me up for failure. You know what I mean? My expectations were up here, whereas that's not necessarily the way most releases go. And
Yeah,
I can kind of see that now just from sharing information with other authors, from everything. Like Cursed was a bit of an anomaly with how it just took off.
yeah,
But then Hush, yeah, like you say, Drew, and it's almost like with Hush, like I had improved hugely with Hush.
yeah, definitely.
The writing is stronger, the story is stronger. I think every aspect of it is stronger. But it's like it took for, a few people would read it and then somebody would enjoy it so much that they'd share the review and the review would move somebody else so much that they would read it. And it's been that kind of trickle effect of
Yeah,
like people aren't reading it in the same waves that they read Cursed, but when they do read it, it seems to be having a much stronger impact.
yeah, yeah. No, I completely get that, and I can in a way I can relate to it as well. Because the first book that I brought out, it did really well. Um,
Bloodline.
no, fuck off. No one's read Bloodline. Um, no, I remember the first day it published, and I got like three sales for it, Echoes, and I remember thinking I don't know what more I could do because the only thing that there was on Facebook, there was books of horror, but I didn't interact. So there was all these like spamming pages where people just chuck their advertisement on the group, and I was like a member of like 50 groups. So I just used to post and post and post, and you just get one or two through. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to try locally. And I literally went on a couple of sites on Facebook which were local to the area, posted it, and it kind of blew up locally. So that's
That's
where the
really
majority
cool,
of my
though.
ratings came from. But like you say, people read that one, and then I thought people started reading it on books of horror. I thought, well, I'm going to go more horror, so I did I did Mists, and I thought I'm going to do okay. I'm going to get the sales in, but it didn't touch anywhere near the same as Echoes, and that has always just been kind of like a trickling sales thing, really. It did all right for the first couple of months, but then after that, it was just like a handful of
And
sales. Whereas
did it
Echoes
like
all
catch fire with the local groups or anything like the way
No, not
Echoes
really.
did?
I think that's what I mean when I say that it just didn't pick up the same as what it did with Echoes. And I got a lot of feedback off Mist locally saying that it was too American, and that is unfortunately the what I was trying to push towards at the time
Yeah,
because of horror, I was getting more
that's why
involved in
Cursed is
those
so Americanized. Like, you
garbage.
have to play it smart. At the end of the day, like you're in the UK, which is a slightly bigger market. Like I'm a fucking rock, you know what I mean, in the middle of the Atlantic. There's no market here for to say that this is the supposed land of saints and scholars. They're all actually I won't continue that sentence. Um, but I forgot for a second that we were recording. But yeah, I Americanized Cursed because you have to play it smart too. And there was an element of writing to market. Like I enjoyed the shit out of writing it. You know what I mean? It was so much fun to write. But I did have to have that element of Americanization because at the end of the day, the American market of readers is much, much larger.
Yeah,
And that's
definitely.
why with Hush, I felt that I was able to drag it back a bit. Sure, it was set in Ireland and it had the British English spelling and stuff, but the protagonist was American. So I got to keep that link.
Yeah.
And the next one I write is going to be entirely Irish. Like, you know what I mean? It's going to be potatoes and green, white, and fucking gold everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People are just going to have to get on the Irish band, on the paddy wagon.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of is what it is. The amount of kind of like grumbles that I got about grammar and stuff like that, and I was just like,
we see, I find you get because like it's wild how invested. Like I've seen, not for my books or anyone I know, I don't think, but I've seen people post reviews where they pull a book apart because there's British English spelling and they're American and they wonder why an author can't spell words properly. And I'm like, yeah, sure, it's them that's the problem. But you know what I
Yeah.
mean? I don't think, I mean, I've read books where there's been issues with grammar and spelling, like actual issues, but sometimes it's not enough to bother me. Sometimes the story even is, now, I'm not saying always get your book edited, always put the best possible product out there, but sometimes I think a story is good enough. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes to even outshine those errors. So I really don't understand why some people will hang their hat on something as
Yeah.
simple as an added U or an S instead of a Z. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it must be in some cases because, like you said, I've read books where, well, not many, a couple where the grammar has been atrocious, but yet that particular book just, the shine just lights on it. Everybody's going for it. Everyone really likes it, and I say everybody. It's within that same community circle, I think. But yeah, it is what it is at the end of the day. But
Yeah, you
no.
see, I think it's the internet as well. The internet kind of gives people a space where they feel safe being a little bit meaner, maybe, than they would in real life,
Oh,
and I think that that,
definitely, definitely, because if you go down like the books of horror route and you get readers from that group, the majority of the times, like 9 times out of 10, you will probably get a positive review back or positive feedback. I've run ads and stuff through Facebook where some stranger's gone and bought the book and they've come back and been nasty as fuck. So it's hit and miss, really. It's one of those things. But yeah, but I look forward to the short story when you send it me, the Irish one. In
I
Keelan,
really
I
love.
do.
I
I've
forgot
never.
that quickly what you were talking about.
Yeah, we kind of went off topic a little bit. But Keelan, I do really like his work.
He's like, I know
Never
people
spoke to him.
when I gush about him, I know people are like, oh, here she goes. It's because he's Irish. It's not just because he's Irish. That was kind of what drew me to
No.
him initially because it was like, hey, there's so few of us. You know what I mean? But his writing is just
I
like,
think I've got pretty much
sometimes I
all of
read
his
his writing
novellas.
and I'm like, do you know when somebody picks the perfect word for every,
Yeah,
every word in the sentence is what it's supposed to be? It just, his writing just moves me. And I feel stupid even saying that, but man, it moves me.
yeah. No, it's fine. I mean, I picked which one did I have first? Somebody gave me sour candy, and I read sour candy, and I was like, it's okay. It wasn't what I expected, but I was judging it purely on the cover. But then I read stuff like Abigail Lane, and I
Oh,
read a couple
Abigail
of his
Lane.
short stories.
Abigail Lane, and I'm not into cosmic horror, but something about
I
Abigail
like it.
Lane, like every now and again, out of nowhere, I could be just driving in my car or sitting in my ma's house drinking tea, and I'd be like, all hail the sunflower god. Just out of nowhere.
Yeah,
Like it just to say that like nothing, there was no big jump scares or anything, but he manages to like be scary
yeah, yeah, yeah.
without,
And and
relying
and
on
that's
traditional methods.
that's the kind of horror that I like.
Yeah.
If you start chucking blood and gore into it, I can tolerate it for so long, but when it starts becoming quite sick for the sake of being sick,
Oh yeah, no, to be
I
fair,
lose interest.
I'm not and nothing against people who write it or who read it. Bodie, what's wrong with you? You look stressed. Um yeah, like I just it's not for me. I don't like gore for the sake of gore.
Yeah,
I wanted to add something. What's
yeah,
wrong?
yeah, definitely. Well, okay, we'll move on. Otherwise, we will never get stopped, never get finished. Books and brews. You're in very much the same position as me, regardless of all
Yeah.
the shit that's going on at the moment. But where's your mind at now with it? Are you still kind of like? I mean, as it's got nearer for me, I'm just kind of thinking, oh, I'm kind of reminiscing on last year.
Yeah,
But
to be honest, I only like yesterday or the day before I was on American Airlines looking just out of interest, just to see how much the flights are now. And I was like,
yeah,
imagine if they were really cheap at the minute, would I just jump on a plane and head over? You know what I mean? Would I chance it
surprise.
as a
Yeah,
reader?
yeah,
But the flights are really expensive, so it doesn't matter. It's out of the question. But yeah, no, I like for me, yourself, for me, the events, like I know there are people who will calculate events based on footfall and costs and whatever, but for me, it's always the vibes. Like
Yeah.
who's going to be there? You know what I mean? What kind of crack are we going to have? And like there's so many over in America. There's so many of the authors that I love to see. I love to be
Yeah.
around them, and we don't get to see much of them. So I am gonna miss seeing them, and I hate the fact that we don't know when we're going to be able to travel over. You know what I mean? It's that extended period of not knowing.
Yeah, yeah,
God
definitely.
damn Canada! Why can't Canada have like
I
some
know.
kind of horror event?
I know. I'm
Canada.
meeting. I've arranged to meet with Liz on the 5th. I'm gonna go out for
Do
food
you
with
know
her.
I was only saying that to I was talking to Ben earlier, and I was saying to him that we should all like go to Canada at the same time. We can all
Everyone go
just
to
descend
Canada.
upon Patrick McNulty. Patrick McNulty, if you're watching, get the spare rooms ready.
Doesn't Duncan lives in Toronto, doesn't he?
Oh,
That's
possibly.
where.
Like he is Canadian, but I don't know where he lives or anything.
Yeah, I'm sure because I said I was going to Toronto to somebody, and they said, "Oh, ask Duncan if there's any good bookshops," and I was just like, "I'm going with my family, like I'm gonna traipse them around bookshops just because I can't go to Books and Brews." But yeah, I mean, for me, I'm not saying it's different, but I've kind of got that escapism from it. So I'm going to go away. I'm going to miss all the Books and Brews photos. I'm not going to see any
Well,
of it, and
I
then I'm
have my
like,
own version of escapism right here.
go on.
We have this thing on that like that weekend, that August holiday weekend is a bank holiday in Ireland every year. I don't know if
Yeah.
it's in England or I think it's a bank
When
holiday
is
at the
it?
end of August.
Yes.
We have
Yeah.
ours at the start of August. First
Got you.
weekend is the August banker. And we in my town, we have it's called the Wicklow Regatta. So there's like we do a thing called singing pubs that'll start next week. So like all the different pubs have the night like I don't know if people know this thing about Ireland, but like we love to sing and you know what I mean? Like I seen a lot of people, Josh Mallerman, I don't know if he's still over here, but he was over here visiting the set for incidents around the house. And he
Yeah.
was posting videos, and there was one video where he was saying about this bar in Kerry that he was in. He was like, "Oh, they just had a guitar there in a closet." Like that's every pub in Ireland. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But everybody seemed to be in awe of this. They were like, "Why was there just a guitar there?" You know? But literally every pub here, you just there's instruments. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
just
Yeah. Yeah.
like
Yeah.
my local, they have a couple of old moldy guitars and stuff hanging up on the walls, and people just will with or without a guitar. You get up, you have a sing song. It's just what we
Yeah.
do. So the singing pubs is like the different pubs will host it each night, and they'll have people singing. They'll have a bit of crack, you know what I mean? And then at the end of it, there's like prizes for over the bank holiday weekend, and then in September there'll be like a rerun where the winning pub redoes it. But it's the best crack ever because it's just drinking and singing and all that crack. Now there's
Yeah.
other stuff because obviously a regatta is about boats and there is sailing, which is the main focus, but not really the main focus. There's like golly fishing, which is crab fishing. Um, there's like chalking on the bridge, raft racing where all the kids make their own rafts and race them down the river. There's a duck race with rubber ducks. Obviously, there's just so many things. Yoga on the castle. There's tons of stuff all weekend, and I will be kept well occupied. I probably won't do it. And I'll probably just sit at home. But you know what I mean. If I
Yeah.
choose to, it's all going on.
Yeah. No, no, that's good. And going back to like the pub stuff, I've never even been to Ireland. I plan to go for like family research stuff, but I think it might be a bit. Like in this, you always see it in movies. If you see Ireland, you see pubs, you think music. It's very much kind of the image that's chucked out there.
Yeah, the
But
only thing is though, in movies it tends to be a little bit more stereotypical. It's like a bunch of old
yeah,
fellas in flat caps with
yeah,
pipes and orange jumpers, and they're like playing their barrel on, and
yeah,
whereas
that's
the
it.
reality is like in my local, when you walk in, there's like a long bar, and then there's the back bar. The back bar is where the pool table is, and when you walk in there, your face will be blasted off with like dance music. But in the long bar, there'll be the old fellas will be sitting there with a few of the like like the ones that are sitting in the pub day in, day out. And they might have a guitar, they might not. They might be singing Queen, they could be singing fucking Daniel O'Donnell, they could be singing anything.
Yeah,
You know what I
okay.
mean? The boys own. Like they just you wouldn't know anyone, people could sing anything. Like
Yeah. So you're not just sitting there singing like the Rattling Bog and stuff, you know?
Rarely, like you get a lot of the Irish stuff late in the night. You know what I mean? When
Yeah.
people get modeling, and the one you'll hear the most is Grace, which, to be fair, it's very sad. So it is. It's all about Joseph Plunkett, who was like got during the rising. He was held in Kilmainham jail, and he wanted to marry his longtime love Grace. So they got married in the chapel in Kilmainham jail, and then he was killed by firing squad the next morning.
Do you want to sing it to us?
No, no.
Bit
You
bit
need
of
a
a
few more
try.
drinks. I need a few more drinks. Get the guitar out there, Matt.
What are you on anyway? Bulmers. I can see it from here.
Always.
Bulmers. I'm on.
Real Bulmers, though, not the fucking weird yellowy piss Bulmers that they have over in the UK.
Yeah, it used to be a big thing, Bulmers did
Yeah,
over
no,
here.
I think it's more Magners. When you go outside of Ireland,
Magnus
it's
now.
Magners.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But if you
Proper.
remember, like, whenever I ask for Bulmers over there, it takes me a few mouthfuls before it tastes normal to me. It tastes almost lager, like lager over there.
Yeah, I don't, it's very rare. I used to drink cider quite often, but it's one of those things I just associate it with summer now. I'll
You
have it
see, for
once in
me,
a blue
I
moon.
can't tolerate the taste of lager. Cider's really
No, I
heavy.
don't.
You know what I mean?
It's
Like, it
what
gives me awful indigestion, but vodka makes me fight with my fingernails. So.
it's what whenever we go out, whenever we're at an event, I just drink wine because lager it's so bloaty, and after a couple, I'm just like I've had enough. So, but wine I can just keep drinking it.
Yeah, see, that's me with vodka. I can keep drinking, whereas with cider, I limit myself to a degree.
Yeah.
Now, you see, like sometimes I do limit myself, sometimes I don't. But with vodka, I would keep going and going and going. And then somebody'd look funny, and I'd be like, what the fuck are you looking at? And then there'd be all kinds of chairs and things flying. And, it's just best if I drink cider. Safer for me.
Yeah. Okay, next up I've got Indie Horror Chapter. But it wasn't necessarily, I mean, we know that's coming up anyway, but obviously you mentioned, the only reason why I thought I'd bring it up is because you mentioned that you were looking forward to going to the location. Purely because it's on the seaside and you were talking about the pier and stuff
Yeah,
like
like
that.
I have two piers where I live. Like I live by the seaside, and literally from my back door, there's an old pier and a new pier, but they're concrete piers.
Yeah,
I've never been on a wooden pier in my life.
we'll walk you down the wooden pier.
Yay!
We'll,
Like
we'll
whether you
make.
do or not, I'm going down that wooden pier one way or another. Like,
I don't know there's something at the end of it, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a bar or a theatre. I'm not too sure, but there is something down there, and there's probably arcade stuff around there or something, or go ride a donkey or what have you.
oh no, I, do- I
Donkey rides over
don't bring
there.
me near the donkeys because I'll end up protesting.
Do they have them over there? I know you probably have donkeys over there, but like having a donkey ride in the UK is kind of like that proper old
Yeah, no,
tradition.
because we no, I was gonna say no because we're not cruel to animals, but we actually have an awful track record when it comes to animal cruelty in Ireland. We just like let kinds of things happen to fucking horses and dogs and cats. But no, donkeys here are generally either on farms, but it's not as much now.
Yeah.
Or you'll get them in like petting farms or in donkey sanctuaries.
Oh, okay. You just see them on the
Um,
beach here, pretty much.
Yeah, no, I know. It's like I used to rise murder when I'd go to like if I was on holidays in Greece or anywhere, and you'd see all the donkeys lining the road to carry all the fucking big heavy batteries up the hills in the fucking blistering heat, and I'd be like,
Yeah.
"What the fuck?" But I used to also complain about like the bull ring in Portugal and stuff. I think there's a bit of an activist in me,
Yeah.
just a little
No,
bit.
it's fair enough though. You see all like that. It's always advertised over here about the donkey sanctuaries and
It
stuff
is,
like
yeah, like
donate, 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 and but
it is a bit of a thing, though, isn't it? Like when you think about the British seaside, you think wooden piers, you think donkey rides, you think of
mhm.
those little beach hut thingies.
Yeah, that's posh British seaside. Those,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
they cost a freaking fortune as
Oh,
well. They're
really?
like,
I
yeah,
just
they're like
remember years ago I
25
was
grand
doing
for a
in school.
shed.
I had to do like an art. Do you know what? Have you ever done that like lino cutting?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd had to do a lino cutting, and the one I had to do was one of those beach huts. I chose it because it was a load of straight lines, so I thought it'd be easier, but there was just too much fucking detail in it.
yeah. No, that's it. That's fancy beaches. You won't get none of that.
None of those in Weston. No,
No.
I think it was Karina, I think, that put up some pictures. She went to Weston for the day, and I was looking at the pictures of all the like the gaudy, the tacky stuff. I was like, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah, no, it'll be.
Look, there's a wooden pier. It'll be fine.
It's what you make of it, isn't it? I think the more that these go on, the better the venues will be. But
Yeah, and to
I
be
think
fair,
Western
again,
will be
I
better
go
than
for
the
who's
others.
going. Like I go, to be fair, I like hadn't intended on I was going to give the next event a miss because I had America coming up and you know what I mean to spread it out a bit. But once I
Yeah,
knew America, you know what I mean, like it was like, yeah, I'm going to Weston because I
yeah,
need those, you know what I mean? I need
yeah.
these
You
events, I
need
need those
need
little
something.
breaks in between. And it's got to the stage, the more I see everybody, the closer I get to everybody. So it's nice to chill out and have a few drinks and you know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah,
obviously it's nice to see readers too and sell books or whatever, but for me, it's mostly about the vibes.
yeah. I think that's what the UK events make because readers, as nice as nice as I can make it, it's very few and far between. In the UK, there may be quite a few. They don't like traveling.
No, you see, this
So
is the thing. Americans don't understand how much we don't want to travel. You know what I mean? Like, because I know America's so vast that it's not an issue for them to drive 5 hours to an event and then drive home. And I'm like, no. You know what I mean? I have an event in Galway in September after the week after the Weston event. Galway is like a 2 hour drive for me, and I'm staying overnight in a hotel because fuck that.
yeah, I think Western, that's like 3.5 hours or something like that for me. It's
Is
better than Canterbury.
Oh, Canterbury. You were
That
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 was
was
like the far side of the country from you, nearly, wasn't it?
that was a horrible,
And
horrible.
then as
Not
well, because of the
necessarily
fact that it's
there
like,
because I stayed in London before the events, but
yeah, but
driving
see, it's the
home,
Friday traffic as well that didn't help matters.
yeah. Oh no, it was.
Like even our Uber driver gave out to me because I was such a bad passenger. Like,
Yeah, yeah. I can remember you saying,
yeah,
but it
yeah, because
was
I
it
was
was a
sitting in the
weird
middle. I had like Justin
location.
on one side and RJ on the other, and like the cars were just he kept braking real suddenly, and I was like this. And in the end, I could see him watching me, and then he turned around. He said, "You know, I'm driving, not you." And I was like, "Well, turn around and look at the goddamn
Yeah,
road."
look at the road then. Yeah, it was a weird. Like, I think if they did Canterbury again, I would probably pass.
Yeah, it was
A lot
very,
unless
very
the
awkward.
unless
And
the venue
especially
was better.
for me when I'm flying in, like you know yourself, transport links are everything for me. Like the Birmingham ones were quite good transport wise because I mean you fly into Birmingham Airport, it's fairly straightforward. The airport is a decent size, it's not too big, not too small. On the train, 10 minutes and you're in the city centre. And the city's
Yeah.
so small and compact. Whereas Canterbury was a lot of faffing about, even Gatwick. Like when we went back to Gatwick, like we got off at Terminal 2, I think, and then I had to get on a fucking train and travel across to Terminal 1, and I was wrecked, tired, and it was a whole fucking shit show.
I have also never ever have I been anywhere where the fucking car park, has cost
You're
me
never gonna get
more
over the
than the
car park.
hotel.
To be fair, that car
Mental.
park was shockingly expensive.
Absolutely mental. I couldn't believe it. But yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm saying all this. It was good. It was nice getting out at night and stuff and having a drink and catching up with everybody, the ones that went out.
We're gonna have to
But
talk
yeah,
to Trish about getting you a little parking pass.
yeah, I think so. Yeah, and if anything, I can justify it because I've got all the indie horror
Yeah,
chapter
there you go.
coats that I've got to drag along with
And
me.
you usually have to drive me places, and I am precious cargo. Precious cargo. But the only
That's
thing is,
okay.
the Western one, like the Western is actually ridiculously close to Bristol Airport, which is really handy.
Yeah, that's good. Well, that's the kind of thing that you want though. So Birmingham wasn't that bad either. That was, I mean, what was Birmingham? That was like 20 minutes in the car, something like that. That's doable.
Yeah, I think wasn't it a thing where if yeah, it's going to the airport is fine in Birmingham. It's going from the airport into the city in a car because of the ring roads and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Um, so like I got the train in that time, and I was on the train like not even 10 minutes. I don't think. It was really straightforward, straight into that. Is it called the bull ring or something like that? The really
yeah,
central,
bull ring.
yeah.
Yeah.
And like that was literally you could spit from there and hit the hotel. And then yeah, coming back like, oh God, I'll never forget that roundabout. That
You
fucking
mentioned the roundabout. I can never freaking remember it.
it was the one I know at one stage we ended up on the roundabout and I stopped speaking because I couldn't cope with it. And you said to me, you can talk to me. Like, I'm not, it doesn't bother me to. And I was like, yeah, but I need to
Oh, to drive as
concentrate.
well. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And then you were telling me there's like a worse one in Swindon or somewhere.
Magic roundabout.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like 12 roundabouts in
Yeah,
one.
but to be fair, that one in Birmingham wasn't a million miles away from that. It was like you have to go into the roundabout and then you stop here and then there's cars coming
Yeah,
here and
yeah. I
there.
know
Like,
which one you're on about now.
no, that
Yeah.
was not okay. I'm still not over that.
But yeah, I don't know about any of the ones going forward about transportation or anything yet. I'll let you know. I said I'd keep you updated anyway, so I will. Um,
Just they
the
keep
other
me in mind and don't have it in the
I
middle of
will.
nowhere.
Yeah, I will. The other thing that I was going to mention was the writing retreat thing because I thought it'd be fun because it's just kind of like plans at the moment. So what we were planning on doing is having like a writing retreat away somewhere. The idea was kind of like woods cabin, hot tub,
A ton of
drink.
writers in the middle of nowhere. Horror
Yeah,
round. What
yeah,
could go wrong?
yeah. So we managed to get like what is it like 8 of us
Seven or
so
eight,
far
yeah.
that have expressed interest. Um, my plan is next week, because I managed to get quite a lot of work done this week, is to start looking at some locations and feeding those back to you and seeing what you think, particularly because of location for airport travel,
Yeah.
all that stuff. But then from there, we're kind of expressing to these guys that, oh well, we're going to put a schedule together, and it's going to be when realistically, me and
Come
Leigh
here.
just
What are
want an
you going to
excuse
do
to
now
have
if
the piss
somebody's
off.
watched this and they're like, hey, have we been hoodwinked?
Yeah.
It'll
So
be
we'll get this
fun.
schedule together and it'll be like, like writing sessions, like
From
group
9 a.m.
group
until 11 a.m.
discussions.
Writing session. From 11 a.m. Breakfast.
Yeah.
You have breakfast at
Like,
11. Yeah. I
like,
don't know. 11:30 to 1. Writing session.
yeah,
Critique session. 1. Lunch. 1:30. Drink, drink, drink.
yeah. Like jog after lunch.
No, I wouldn't run the lane to myself.
No. But I think it'll be good. So yeah, leave that with me. I haven't looked at it at all this week, but it's good that we've got the numbers, and it's something to look forward to as well.
Yeah,
I don't
this
think
is
we
it.
have met
Like,
the
it's,
event. The events are good, but this is purely hanging out.
yeah.
So I think this will be good. So yeah, I'm going to spend this as in from Monday taking a look, and I'll start feeding sites back to you and seeing what you think. Go from there. And also as well, we're going to be feeding that back eventually, so it'll be good to see who's definitely up for it and who isn't.
Yeah, I think most of who has said they're up for it will likely go ahead with it.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so because I think that would be a good group.
We're gonna end up doing something really stupid, like deciding to like write a big stupid collaboration, like with a chapter. I just know we're all gonna end up writing something stupid.
Yeah, but it'll be fun.
It would be fun, but it'd be stupid.
It'll be like, let's get hammered, do some improv writing where we just hand the paper around in a circle. KDP published.
we're gonna end up with like the whole thing, like in where were we? Dudley, the whole ghost carrot thing. It's gonna
Yeah,
be like that all over again.
yeah. That's it. It'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I've got it in my head that it is definitely happening. So I just want to break away.
But I mean, I'll just keep forgetting. We all know what I'm like. I'll keep forgetting. So you're gonna have to be the
You
point
won't,
person on
you
this.
won't listen. You won't forget next week because next week I'll literally just be like, "What about this
Ding,
place? What about this
ding,
place? What
ding.
about this place?" There you go. One of the things that I was going to mention because I haven't mentioned to the guys yet is, and you won't be able to see me holding this up.
Yeah, it's
Right
going weird,
challenge.
isn't it? It's because of your
Writing challenge
background.
because of the background. Yeah, I've got to tilt it. So obviously,
Patreon writing challenge.
Patreon writing challenge. So we're going to do another one of these near. I'm going to start posting around about it around maybe October, November time, something like that, just to give them a bit of time. But it won't be out until next year. But the theme is fairy tales, which I've already spoken to you about anyway. But what the guys don't know is once they put their name in the hat is that rather than me giving them a theme this time, it's very much giving them a title. And with fairy tale stuff, like I've said to you, the Grimm's fairy tales, some of the titles are
Off the
absolutely
wall.
stupid. So guys, just so you're aware, when you do watch this, I'll be having a call with Leigh probably around the November time. The ones
I'm
that
gonna
do,
help pick the
well,
titles.
yeah, how right. So we're going to put your name in a hat. I'm going to pick them out, and Lee's
The
going to
empty
pick the
bottle and
title.
the dancing dog.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
That one's for you, Alicia.
She'll be happy with that.
There you go.
She got eggplant last time,
Oh, to
so
be fair, she
anything's
loves
better than
dogs
that.
as well. So,
Yeah,
Odie, what is wrong with you? You look so stressed. The dog is like freaking out
it's
here.
warm. It's warm here. I don't know if it's warm there. I'm
Here, look, get up and say
what?
hello. There you go. Look, here, look. No, no, no,
Oh,
no. No, he doesn't care about anybody. Sorry. Right, you can get down now. Come on. Oh, you're so heavy.
just wanted a fuss. Um, okay, I've got a couple of things for you now, and then it leads on to questions. So I'm going to ask these couple of things to everybody over the next couple of months.
Okay.
If you can't think of anything, that's absolutely fine. But I'm going to ask you horror movies, so straying away from books at the moment. I'm going to ask you three questions. So first off, what is your favorite horror movie rec out of everything? A horror movie rec that you can recommend that you've watched over the past month or two. And
I don't
lastly,
watch films, so I haven't watched any films in the
you
last
haven't
month.
watched
You're gonna have
any.
to give me an extension on that.
Okay, that's fine. But non-horror movie rec, you've got to have something. Something that, that you just want to recommend out there
Oh, okay,
to
I've got
people
one.
that
I've got
it could
both.
be anything. Go on.
So which one do I do first?
Any, you tell me.
Okay, well, the horror film I will always recommend. Actually, wait, now maybe I should give a different one. I feel like okay, I was gonna say John Carpenter's The Thing because I love it. And I mean like Kurt Russell, that one.
Yeah.
Um, but if people don't want to watch The Thing or they already have watched it loads of times, like I have, John Carpenter's They Live. We're
They
going down the
live.
John Carpenter rabbit hole, one way or the other. You know what I mean?
That's one of Emma's favourites. They
They
live.
Live.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I love that film.
Yeah. She really likes that one. I really like The Thing as well. It's not a film that I've watched like repetitive. I watched it quite
I
late,
watch it like once a
actually.
year.
Yeah.
And I only watch
The,
about like
the,
five films
the
a year. I'm not a
original.
big TV person, so I
The
only watch.
original you're
Yeah.
talking about, yeah. No, I do like it. I haven't watched it a lot.
Yeah,
I've
like
watched
I'm when I sit down, when I do sit and watch a film, I'm more inclined to put on something I've already seen, like Jaws or The
yeah.
Thing, or The Hills Have Eyes, The Descent, something like that.
Confession time. I have never watched Jaws all the way through.
I've
No.
watched all the Jaws, like Jaws one, two, three.
I've
Like,
I've, I've seen the others. I've just never watched the first one all the way through. And
so
let's
do you
be
know how
fair,
it ends?
in my opinion, I think it gets a little crap as it goes on. Not the first one,
What?
the
Oh,
others.
oh yeah, no, the films get.
Michael
Oh yeah, they
Caine,
do. They get ridiculous. What one did I
Michael
watch the other
Caine.
night? I always put a film on in bed, or something like that, and I put on. I think it was. Is it the third one that? What the fuck is his name? Is in it?
Michael
No,
Caine.
is it? Oh, Dennis Quaid is in the third
Oh,
one.
okay.
And oh my
Okay.
God, the really fake shark, like I mean, it's Jaws, I know it's fake, but I mean the super fake, like it was done on like a really old blocky Hewlett Packard computer,
I
like
was
where
just
somebody
going to
just
say,
superimposed the picture of a
is that
shark.
when they moved it to more graphics rather than
Yes,
puppetry?
yes. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
okay.
here's the thing. The first Jaws was an animatronic and like it was so good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even the same goes for Jurassic Park. Like the original Jurassic Park films they hold up today
Mhm.
big
Yeah,
time.
yeah, they do.
Sorry, I got really passionate about that there.
No, it's fine. I will put it out there though. The main reason why I haven't watched it is because I've left it so long. I've seen the others. Well, I've seen two and three. I don't know if there's a fourth. Is the fourth Revenge? Or am I
It was
making that
Revenge,
up?
not the third one.
It might be. It might. It's the one with Michael Caine in it. I've seen. I think is the third one. But the reason I've held off for so long, it's on TV quite often, and I always kind of drift away from it. Is because I think one day I will get to the book.
The book is shit though.
Is it?
It's
Is
awful.
it
It's
though?
not unlike the film. Like
No.
you can read the book and read the film and you can pretend like they're practically two separate things.
That's pretty much like Jurassic Park then.
Yeah, only
Jurassic Park's
worse.
exactly the same.
Worse.
But I will get round to it one day. I just feel
Do
I
you not know
feel
how
like
Jaws ends?
they blow it up
How do you know if you haven't watched it?
because I've seen snippets.
Why would you watch snippets when you haven't watched the
Because they
film?
show like you ever seen like these things they do on TV where it's like 50 greatest movies of all time,
Okay, yeah.
and they'll
That's
show
kind of
like
ruined it on you
we're
though,
gonna.
hasn't it?
So I've seen all that we're gonna need a bigger boat and all that stuff. It's
Oh, so that is like the best scene ever where he just like comes up out of the water. That is so
uh,
good.
but I will watch it one day. I just never have. Um,
We're all gonna watch it at the writers' retreat.
that you know what? It's a good idea. I'll get hammered and watch it, and then the next day I won't remember I've watched it.
Look, if you
Um,
remember the shit sequels, you'll remember the first one.
yeah, that's it. Right, I got some questions for you, and we'll finish
I
off.
never told you my non-horror.
Oh yeah, go on, shoot.
Okay, so this is especially because most of your Patreons are American. None of your Patreons are Irish, are they?
No, no.
The wind that shakes the barley.
The wind that shakes the barley.
Yeah, it's like won awards and stuff. It won like an award at the Cannes Film Festival. Everybody knows what's his face, Killian Murphy. Now he's in
Yes.
the 28 days later, all that. Killian Murphy was in it, and it is phenomenal. It's based around the Irish Civil War. It's fucking heartbreaking. It's difficult to watch, but it's so worth watching, especially if you're English.
Okay.
It's
I've got
interesting to see some history that perhaps you weren't taught in school.
I've got it now. So I'll put like a I don't know what you would call it, a cover or a poster up of it so the guys can see it. Um, but
It is a
yeah,
very difficult watch, though.
you know
It's
what?
really, really
I've
good.
never even heard of that, Lee.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's one of those ones that when Irish people watch it, we get very angry. With that chip on our shoulder grows real
Yeah,
big.
2007. Yeah, I'll take a look at that. Anyway, I like stuff like that. Anything like, with a historical
Historical.
background, I'll watch
Yeah.
it. So yeah,
Yeah,
thank you
that's
for that.
kind of all I watch is like either really trashy, like creaturey horror stuff or like historical stuff. Like I love The Patriot and Gladiator and
I like the
Braveheart
page.
and
Yeah. Yeah, I like literally every single one you've listed there. I like. So yeah, I'll give that one a go. I like Killian Murphy as well. He is a good
yeah,
actor.
he's very good. He's
So,
very good.
so I'll give those a go. Right, question. So this is off the the guys on Patreon. And you know what? Stupidly, I haven't put who is asked each one. So I might be able to guess with some of them, but okay, so first up, how did you come up with the idea of cursed? Maybe a question that you've been asked a few times, but go for
Yeah.
it.
My son wanted me to order a knockoff jacket from China, of some really expensive brand. So we ordered it, and when it came in the box, there was like the jacket was there wrapped in plastic. I took it out, and in the bottom of the box there was a hair stuck to big long black hair stuck to the tape. And we've all seen The Grudge, The Ring, all of those like J horror movies. There's
Yeah.
always a fucking hair. There's always a hair. You know what I mean? And it kind of, because I am so horror oriented, it kind of got in on my psyche. And I was like, I'd be brushing my teeth and I'd be like, imagine now I bend down to spit and I come back up and there's somebody there in the mirror. I'd be lying in bed and I'd be like, something's like pulled itself out of that box downstairs. It's probably on its way up the stairs. It's probably outside. I built it up so much in my head that I was like, I need to fucking write this. I burnt the box anyway. Um, but yeah, that's how it came to be. I have my own hair, found a hair in a box.
Cool. No, I like it. Um, Next up, I have, are you an animal person? I'm going to assume that's a yes because you've got a dog.
Yes.
Um, but if so, dream pet, what would it be? If it could be anything, I guess is what we're getting at here.
I don't
Even if
know.
it's not a normal pet, it says.
I don't know. An alligator. Can I train it?
It doesn't say you can't. So I guess
If I can train it, an alligator.
an alligator.
Yeah,
Okay.
only if I can train it though. I don't want that shit around here if I can't train it. But other than that, I would probably go with one of those like giant African land snails because I love snails. I think they're really cool.
Those are massive though, aren't they? They're
Yeah.
like, can you have those? Probably not in Ireland or I don't know.
I
Are
mean,
they
you can
kind of
get
like pet
them. I don't
things?
know if they're legal, but you can get them. But I mean, it's Ireland. We're pretty relaxed. There's a lot of things we don't
Yeah,
do supposed to do, but we just do them anyway. So
yeah. It's like Em always goes on about like wanting a raccoon, and I'm like, I know you can't have one, but you
there's like
see
apparently
people
there's
like
like a really
petting.
thriving population of them in Germany now.
Is there?
Yeah, there's like thousands of them. So there you go. You know where to go on a weekend break. Bring Emma over to Germany. Just, push a
Just to
little
steal
raccoon into your bag.
steal a raccoon. Um, okay, I like this one. What's something that pisses you off instantly?
Um, oh wow, I don't know. So many things. Stupidity, bigotry, racism, misogyny. Oh yeah, misogyny. We'll go with misogyny. Nothing pisses me off more than a man talking down to me. That one.
Fair enough. Mine is driving behind people like who were really slow in cars. That really pisses me off.
My other half would be like that. He's also the kind of person though that if he's driving in front of somebody who's like driving really close to him, he'll slow down just to piss them off. So he's
Nice.
both sides of that coin.
There was a thing, just let me try and find it really quickly. I did save it. There was a thing on Facebook which really made me chuckle last night, and I told Em, and she was just like, I don't know what you're laughing at, as usual. Um, but it's a list of things you say when you're driving, and it's basically go through the list and tick off if you say all that. And I went through and I say all of them when I drive,
Have you
and they're
found it?
they're all aggressive
Go on,
because
tell me.
okay, so the first one is go on then, dickhead. The next
Yeah,
one,
well, I'd have the Irish version of it. You going or what?
you go in or what? Can you go any slower?
Yeah, literally, only my version is do you want to get out and push the car?
I like this because you're giving me your version at the same time. I like it. My
Translation.
my favorite, because I do say this one quite often, is fuck off, you prick.
Yeah, I'd probably say similar. Wanker, whatever.
What the fuck are you looking at?
Well, I say that to
Who say
everybody, whether
that?
they're driving or not.
Who say that? Are you having a laugh?
Yeah,
Usually.
we don't say that here. We'd be more like, are you fucking joking?
You're fucking joking. Um you can get a tank through there, which
Yeah, what are you driving? Are you driving an Arctic lorry?
yeah. Um
And it's always the people in like the micros and the smart cars.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I've got to say these how I would say them in the car. So the next one is fucking move then.
Yeah, only for me to be like, get the fuck out of the way. Only it'd be like, get the fuck out of my way.
Yeah. The next is the next is bet it's a woman driving. I don't say that, Lee. Bang, bang out of order.
To be fair, right? To
Sexist.
be fair, there's more than once in my life, depending, right? If it's somebody who's parked really badly, then I will say, I bet you it's a woman driving. Because to be fair, I'm a woman and I have awful spatial reasoning. Like I will drive into a wig. Actually, my other half, he laughs at me for it because when I drive into a parking space without even realizing it, I open when the car's still on, I open my door and look to see where the line is to make sure that I've
Emma
and
does that though.
yeah, and then I shut you see, and she's a girl. And then I
Yeah.
shut the car or I shut the door, I turn off the car, take off my belt, get out of the car, and somehow the back wheel is over the line. So go figure. But yeah.
There's only two left. There's for fuck's sake, go.
Yeah.
And the last one is of it when you're looking in your rear view mirror and you
I
say,
know what this is gonna be.
well, look, it says, look at this cunt up my arse.
Yeah, get out of my arse.
Yeah. It just made me chuckle because I was just
Yeah,
reading
no,
them to
I think I
myself and I
say
was
all
like,
of
I
those as
say
well.
all of those. Anyway, I'll get back to your questions. Insensitive of me.
Well, they were
Um,
technically questions.
what are your favourite places in Wicklow? And then following that, it says vacation spots. I'm assuming
So, what's my favorite vacation spots? I don't have vacations, so
not,
no.
not, not. Okay, then places where you live. Then I guess in
Yeah, I
Wicklow.
don't leave my house, so again, none. I don't know. Like where I live is very lovely. I have lots of places I like. And I'm the kind of person that, like, I'm a real daydreamy person, so I will be where have you gone?
I can't see the damn paper. I'm sitting in
Um,
darkness.
um, yeah, so I'm the kind of person, like, if I'm driving along and there's like trees running alongside me, I'm like paying attention and going, oh, I bet you that's, it looks really nice.
Yeah.
I'm a real like see the beauty in the little things kind of a person. So I can't I couldn't narrow it down. There's so many places that I have that are favorites. But I suppose if you were to say what places, I don't go on holidays much, but if I could go somewhere, it'd be like, all the dark tourism kind of spots. Like I'd love to go to
Okay.
Paris purely for the catacombs. I couldn't give a fuck about anything else in Paris. I'd love to go to Pripyat beside Chernobyl. Just things like that. All the weird shit.
Yeah, I mean, there's not many, like you're talking about the dark tourist spots. There's not many that are on my list, but I would, you know what? And I've completely forgotten the freaking name of the place, but it was where they had the radioactive,
Pripyat beside
where?
Chernobyl. Pripyat.
Yeah, Chernobyl.
Yeah, yeah. That's where one of my places, Pripyat. It's like the abandoned city right next to it.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah,
like all this Ferris wheel and shit like that.
yeah, yeah.
Have you ever watched that film?
Film? I've seen the
I
series,
think
Chernobyl.
no, there was a film. I think the film was called Chernobyl as well. Maybe I can't remember. It's a movie anyway, but it was okay-ish horror movie. There was
Oh
one
no,
really good jump scare in it that I wasn't expecting.
no, I've not seen no movies about it. The only thing I've seen it was like a Sky,
Yeah, no, I know the one that was
series.
like more fact based.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Now I have to
Yeah,
go Google
but
it.
and I watched documentaries of it because I think like Louis Theroux and there was some dark tourist documentary and it looked like a
Yeah, there
really
was oh, what's the guy's name? The news. It wasn't Louis Theroux. He looks like
it
Louis Theroux.
looks like him.
I can't think of his name. I'll Google him as well.
Yeah,
What am I looking for?
I think the series is called Dark Tourists or Dark
Oh,
Tourist.
Chernobyl Diaries is the name of the film.
Chernobyl Diaries.
Yeah,
I shall take a gander. But I've not heard of it though.
it's
I've got it.
the tourism guy, David
Yeah,
Farrier.
yeah, that's the guy. He
Yeah,
does look
he's
like.
really good. He's like really into investigative journalism. He's like forever trying to uncover all these mad. It's like they're like churches, not like a standard church. They're more of like the weird culty type churches. Over in New Zealand.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Do you
Yeah,
reckon you'd go
New
eventually?
Zealand, no.
Any of the places that you've just mentioned?
Yeah, no, I think eventually, like, I mean, it's Europe, it's affordable, it's finding the time.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Um,
Oh, I
no,
get it.
eventually I will. Like, I'd like to think that when Oren is a bit older, that, you know what I mean? Like, it's hard now because he's so young for us to be able to do anything. But I'd
Yeah,
imagine as he gets older, we'll be able to start doing more stuff, maybe.
yeah, yeah. No, that sounds cool.
If not, we could always do a writer's retreat in the catacombs.
Yeah, that would be more expensive than just going freaking Sherwood Forest.
I mean, not
Yeah,
really. Like flights from Dublin to Paris are like €15.
yeah, they're not bad actually. Yeah,
I don't know.
we shall see. Okay, next up, favorite American food that you ate at America last year. I've got to be perfectly honest. I didn't, the cuisine wise, I ate a lot of fast food junk.
Mm.
I don't know about you.
Yeah, I'll be honest, the food in America is not great. Like, no offense to you, but it's wild because I always see people in comments online who talk about like Ireland and the UK. And like, I've even had some of the American authors say to me, like, oh, you're in Ireland though, like, you don't have a spice palette. And it's like, well, I mean, our chips don't taste like fry grease that's been sitting in the same place for 20 years. So, plus. But yeah, no, I have to say I wasn't. It weirded me out, right? When me and MJ obviously shared a hotel room, and when we were looking, I was on Google Maps. Anytime I go somewhere, I love to go on Google Maps and see, what's around.
Hmm.
And there was a burger place. I can't remember the name of it. I think it was like Burger Shack or something like that. But their advertising, literally, their title was Burger Shack. We don't inject hormones in our meat or something to that effect. And I was like, eh, is everybody else? And the fact that they're so openly saying our meat is hormone free, does that mean everybody else is me? And like, remember we all went to Portillo's and
Is
I
that
was
the
eating
hot
this
dog
burger
place?
and I was like, yeah, I was like nibbling around the edges of this burger because my brain was like a ticker off the news flashing through my brain on hormones, hormones. Like
Yeah.
the chips everywhere, sorry, French fries. The fries, they didn't taste like potato to me. And I had a grilled cheese in January when I was in Pennsylvania and I kid you not, the cheese was like, like I don't know what in the UK what you call them. We call them easy singles here. Like the plastic cheese
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the
yeah,
wrapper. That
yeah.
was my grilled cheese. Like
You
it
just
wasn't
call it
cheddar or anything.
you
It
just
was
call it sliced
plastic.
cheese.
Yeah, we call them easy.
I know what cheese you're talking about though.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah, like individually
McDonald's
wrapped ones.
burger. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, exactly, like burger slices. But yeah, that was my grilled cheese, and I'm still a little bit scarred from it.
Nice.
But like
It's
I know we're spoiled, like especially in Ireland, like Irish butter, there is nothing that compares butter wise. You will not find a butter that compares. When it comes to cheese, the UK and Ireland have some fucking top notch cheddars. You know what I mean? Like when we were in IHOP, remember the last day in Chicago when we all went to
I
IHOP?
do. That was one I was going to
And
mention.
yeah, I got the pancakes and I was like, oh, can I get some butter? And they were like, oh, there's butter on your pancakes. And I was looking at this blob of white and I was like, okay, thank you.
Yeah,
But yeah, that was butter apparently, and it just tasted like salt. It didn't. There was no creaminess, or you know what I mean. Like
yeah. I
I don't know. It was
IOP
wild.
got me completely because we went in there thinking I've never been to IOP. Obviously, we don't have them in the UK. It's a very American thing. And what
The
got me
portions were
was
crazy.
yeah, I want a small breakfast, but that small breakfast comes with 6 stacks of
Well,
pancakes.
that's yeah, because I ordered the omelette and the omelette came and I like ate some of the omelette and then I couldn't eat anymore. And I was like, okay, that's enough for me. And next thing there was these pancakes and I was like, I didn't order. And they're like, oh no, they come with the omelette. I'm like,
They come with
oh,
the
oh
full
God.
omelette.
Yeah, like it
Yeah.
was just the size of the
Well,
portions was unbelievable.
I remember the hot dog place. I can't remember the name of it. You said what it
Portillo's.
was. Yeah. I remember going to that and thinking, oh, this is okay because we went in a massive group. The turnaround was really quick, and I just had like hot dog and fries, chips, or what I would call them. Um, and it was kind of like it felt to me like I might be completely wrong. Their version of like fast food, like McDonald's.
Yeah, I'd say it was, to
I
be
know they
honest.
have McDonald's, but because I was drinking as well, I didn't really care. But
Yeah.
when I went to Chicago with M for the day, we went on to the Navy Pier, and literally it was just all fast food, and it was just there was a lot of junk. It was like a pizza slice for $5 or whatever, but the pizza slice was like the size of your freaking head.
Yeah, that's
Um,
mental. I mean, like it is like for a country that doesn't have free healthcare, they sure eat like they have it. No offense.
no, no, no. I mean, it's one of those, isn't it? I mean, look, I kind of, I think when it comes to the UK and whatnot, when we think of the US, we think of fast food stuff. So I wasn't expecting to go over there they probably have some really nice places.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like if
But
you
for
remember the
tourists,
bar in the hotel in Chicago, remember when we were all at the bar? Remember Malfi and that came in, and he was eating this French onion soup, and it looked so
yeah,
good.
yeah, 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 I
Yeah,
remember.
no, I will say now, when I was in Pennsylvania in January, the brewery that held the event, they had these mozzarella moons. It was literally just it was like mozzarella sticks, but they were in the shape of a crescent moon, and they came with like a kind of a salsa tangy tomato dip. And oh man, they were so good. I survived for the weekend just eating mozzarella moons all the
Just done
time.
those.
And the one night, a bunch of us, there was like half of us there, went and had dinner upstairs. And I got this, it was tomato bisque. Now, I couldn't have told you before what a bisque is. Apparently, a bisque is just a thick soup. But
Hmm.
oh God, it was so good. It was so rich. So they would definitely have been my favorite things that I've ate in America. Because
Oh,
even like
there
as
you
in
go.
terms of like sweets, candy and stuff like that, to be honest, I prefer what we have. People gave me these gummy bears, Albanese gummy bears, and they told me that they're
Yeah.
like the gold standard of gummy bears. And when I came home, I ate some and they tasted spicy. It was weird.
Yeah, see the thing with candy as well. I mean, they may have some really nice stuff over there which we just don't know. But I went when we were sitting at the bar at Books and Brews last year. It was Lauren that brought out candy canes. It's not candy
Oh
canes, is
no, I
it?
brought it the
What's it
candy
called?
corn.
Candy
Candy
corn.
corn. Yeah, because I gave you
Um,
a lot. I give you and Emma a ton of candy corn to bring home.
yeah,
She
and
liked it, you didn't.
I thought it was
Or
all
was it no,
right.
was it you that liked it and she didn't?
No, I did like it. Well, like is a strong. I thought it was all
Yeah,
right.
it was
It was
yeah, it's
okay.
acceptable.
But if I compare that to some of the stuff that we've got, I would
Yeah,
say candy corn is
absolute
pretty
crap.
shit. But they
Yeah.
probably have got some really good stuff. But I think stuff like chocolate, dairy milk, and stuff like that. They
No comparison. Same with crisps though. Like we have like Tato here and stuff, and like in terms of flavor, there's just so much more flavor compared to the stuff I had. Like in Ireland, the standard flavor is cheese and onion. It probably is in the UK as well. But in America, the standard flavor, like the boring flavor, seems to be like ready salted. Like
yeah, yeah,
that's the base flavor. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, I really feel like we just spent the last 10 minutes shitting all over America.
No, well, to be fair, I was literally just going to say because some of the guys have sent me stuff like hampers and stuff like over Christmas and
Ah,
birthdays and stuff
he's
like that.
about to reel back now.
Some of the stuff, mate, that but I think it's more local stuff. So Alicia
Ah.
sent stuff like from bakeries
Yeah,
and
well,
that.
to yeah, no,
Oh,
to be
nice.
fair, as I say, the food I ate in that brewery was really good, but that was again, like you say, it was a localized kind of a thing. It
Yeah,
wasn't a chain or, I only seen speaking of America, where fucking what's his face, Trump is talking about Coca-Cola over there, that they're going to start making Coca-Cola with real cane sugar, which is what we have over here. I didn't
yeah.
know that apparently they use like fructose corn syrup or
Okay.
some
No,
shit in America in their
I
Coke.
didn't know that. Tell you
No,
what, one thing that I was surprised with though, Girl Scout cookies.
I
That
haven't
makes that
tasted
really
any.
pansy. But Andrea sent me some, and Sherry sent me some, and they're really Moorish,
Oh,
really nice.
nice.
But before it was Lauren and Ben. They sent like Twinkies. Now we can get Twinkies over here, but they
Yeah,
were stupid expensive compared
they
to over
are.
there.
It's like Lucky. I know I'm gonna be so stereotypical here, but Lucky Charms. I am a fan. I love me a Lucky
Yeah,
Charm.
I like
Like
Lucky Charms.
growing up, I used to eat Lucky Charms all the time. But then the company that made them, I think it shifted and became an American company, and they
American.
weren't available here. And now they are widely available here, but it's like €8 for a box of cereal. It's crazy. But now we have a knockoff version called
Yeah,
Marshmallow Mateys.
yeah, we have
And
those. Yeah,
they're the very
they're
same
the
thing for like
same.
half the price.
Yeah, they are the same. They're like I mean, you're on euros, aren't you? They're
Yeah,
like
so I
two
think here
two
it's
pound
like
ninety
three
nine.
fifty or something like that for a box of them. But yeah, like compared to €8 for Lucky Charm, and they do taste the same.
I like them.
Yeah,
I've always
marshmallow
liked it.
mateys
I
for the
can still eat
win.
them. Yeah. Even like stuff like pop. I like Pop Tarts, and I know that's
I'm not a big fan. I think Pop Tarts are too sweet for me. Now my brother over in Manchester, like his kids are obsessed with Pop Tarts. They love them.
I like yeah. But the thing, once upon a time they were really expensive over here, and now they've just become more common. You can get. Do you have
Yeah.
like herring over there? We have a place
No,
called
no,
Herring
we don't have
Frozen
heron
Foods.
foods.
They're like a quid for a
We don't
box.
have B&M either. We had them briefly, but now we don't.
Well, you're not missing out on B&M. It's
We used
just
to. Do you know what we lost only like a year or two ago? Argos.
Argos is old. That's been kind of been dying out for a
Yeah,
while.
we lost
That was
Argos a
really
couple of
big in
years
the
ago. It was
90s.
great though for Christmas, like for kids'
Yeah,
toys and
yeah,
stuff, and they'd have like the two for 20 and all that kind of thing. Oh, I
yeah.
like Argos. And we lost New Look recently as well.
I didn't even know New Look was still going.
Yeah, New Look, they've gone online now. No, in Ireland, but I think in the UK they still have some like
Yeah.
bricks and mortar shops.
Woolworths used to be massive over
We
here, and
used to
Toys
have
R
Woolworths,
Us.
but we don't have it anymore.
Did you have Toys R Us?
Possibly, but we have Smiths now.
Smiths, same,
Yeah.
same. Okay, moving on. Have you ever been in a fist fight? I can only imagine the answer is yes.
Yeah, but to be fair, I've taken as many as I've given, so
Yeah, fair enough. Short and sweet.
Yeah.
Um, if not necessarily me, but it's how the question is written. If I came to your house, what would be the first thing that you offered me? Not me, whoever.
Tea, coffee. I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, if you come to my house, depending on who you are, if I know you, I'd say, come inside. Do you want coffee? If I don't know you, I'd say, what do you want?
yeah. I don't know what was expected off that. Maybe some kind of like Irish spell or jig or something like that. I have no
No,
idea.
we don't do
Uh,
that. No.
I think
Would
mine
you
would be
like a potato?
mine would I think mine would be tea or coffee, to be
Yeah.
honest. Either that or I just wouldn't offer anything at all.
Oh no, that's the thing here. Like my mad kill me if I didn't offer. Like if somebody comes here, like a plumber was here fixing the toilet, I have to offer them tea or coffee. In fact, I'm bringing shame on my family by only offering tea or coffee. I should be also offering like food,
Yeah.
but I don't because I really don't care if they want food.
Favorite thing about your home country that you wish you could share?
How relaxed we are. We're so laid back here, and I think we're very forthright as well. If we have something to say, we tend to just kind of say it. You all know that about me. Um, and we're relaxed. We're not very highly strung. I think the world could benefit from being a bit more relaxed and a bit more forthright.
Yeah. Okay.
And the singing, everybody should just like break out singing the way we do.
Good and happy.
Oh, oh, the rattling, but no, I'm not
There
going
you
to
go, the Rattling
do
Bog. It's the only one I know, to be fair. Um, would you con I'm assuming this is related to the poem. Would you consider writing together again? We've only done that poem together, which I shared on Patreon. Which, to be fair, will probably be lost now forever because nobody would probably see that again. We didn't submit it for the horror anthology
Yeah,
thing.
no, but I actually forgot about that. You see, this is why I can't be left in charge of things because I forget. But
To be
we could
honest,
do
mate,
something with it.
the amount of stuff going on in the background, I don't think the digs probably would have been worth it anyway. Not for the
Yeah,
sake of the
true.
poem.
True.
So I enjoyed making it. I had a
Yeah,
laugh
it
making
was
it with you.
fun.
It was fun. Alicia got the poem that was promised, so that's the main thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I found it.
Just
It
to
was
clarify, I said Olivia there. Olivia is my sister. That's why I said it. Um, last one. This is Alicia, definitely. Do you still think about my garbage man as often as I do?
all the damn time.
What's that in relation to? Obviously, I'm missing something there. Did you send? Oh, she gave her copy to her
Yeah.
garbage
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Yeah,
She gave her
I
copy
remember
first.
seeing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think about him quite a bit. That was one of the first like fun things that's when people kind of every now and again you get somebody who kind of does something a little bit off the wall with your book. That was one of the most fun things that anybody done. The second being, if you remember the like bookception thing that I think you and Nick started, that was fun for a while as well.
The what?
It was like a bookception. You took a picture, or no, Nick was it took a
Oh
picture,
yeah.
and then
I know
you
what
took a
you're on
picture
about.
with Nick in the picture, and then other people are taking the picture with you and Nick, and it just yeah, that was fun too.
Yeah, back when things were fun.
Yeah, and then I
Um,
tried to be fun. I tried to recreate the cover of Hush, and it went in an entirely unexpected direction. And I said, never again am I doing anything like that. So it's always Nick Roberts that brings the tone down.
yeah, there we go. Those are all that's everything I got for you. Um,
That was
o-
fun. They were fun questions.
other than the garbage man one that Alicia obviously sent, do you think about the garbage man, her garbage man? She sent me a note to let you know that he passed away last week.
Oh no.
Fucking really?
Such
Jesus.
a dickhead. Why are you such a wanker? God.
Pissed.
You're gonna feel so bad now when she tells you that actually he did pass away.
Yeah, I will. I'm
You like
sorry.
that fucking whole Annabelle doll thing all over again. You're just going on hexing
Seen
people.
that? Have you seen that on the
I
news?
don't believe any of that shit.
Now, I don't believe in any of that stuff,
And
especially
it's a little bit bad that like this dude has died and everyone's like, oh yeah, but who cares? Did you hear about Annabelle? Annabelle was there when he died. You know what I mean? Like imagine
yeah,
how crappy it must be to be in his
yeah,
family. Meanwhile, the Annabelle doll is in a box going, wah ha ha ha. They
yeah.
don't even realize it was me.
That's it. Meanwhile, the Annabelle movies are up 15%.
And they're definitely gonna make another one now.
Yeah. Um, on that topic though, the Annabelle stuff, it was introduced kind of with the Conjuring movies for me, anyway. Then you started seeing all the articles and stuff on Facebook about what it actually looked like. I was proper. That For Americans, they probably seen what that doll looks like well
Well, I
before.
knew,
For
yeah,
me,
see,
it
I
was
knew it was
relatively new.
originally supposed to be a Raggedy Ann doll, but obviously, like the Raggedy Ann dolls are too innocent looking, whereas a
Mm,
porcelain messed up. Like, I mean, the porcelain doll that they use for Annabelle, what fucking kid goes, oh my God, I love this dolly. I can't wait to take it home. Like, they don't do that. The kid is
yeah.
like, Mommy, please take it away.
Yeah, they do that with a lot of stuff though, because did you ever watch is it The Boy or
Oh
Boy?
my God, that film was
Like the
so good.
porcelain one.
I did not see that ending coming at all.
No, it's
Like,
not a bad
I
film, but
thought it was so good.
it's just the
I
reactions.
actually haven't seen the second one, and I don't know.
I
I
have seen the
want to
second
watch
one.
it.
I've
I see.
seen
I
the
don't know
second.
what they're gonna do because I mean that reveal at the end of the first one was so big.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
How do you move forward from that?
Yeah,
You know what I
it's
mean?
the second one is nothing special. It's okay, but
Yeah, it
it's
feels like they
just
were probably trying to cash in on.
it's just that I think the movies are okay, but it's just that concept of people getting those items and thinking, "Oh, this is," like kids, they
I'm
want
perfectly
to hold
okay
it.
with this being in my room all
Yeah,
night.
yeah,
It's not creepy at all.
it's nuts.
Footsteps? Who cares?
Yeah, that's it.
Giggles in
I
the
just
middle of the
I
night?
don't
No,
understand
doesn't bother me.
it. Yeah,
Yeah, now to be
that's
fair,
it.
like it's like when I get like you see it with books as well when people go, "Oh, why did they make such stupid decisions?" Because if they didn't make stupid decisions, there wouldn't be a movie. There wouldn't be a book. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
People
yeah,
have to
yeah,
make stupid decisions to move the story forward.
yeah,
God.
definitely. I mean, there is some which I just think within the book, like stuff like the Amityville. Um, the the young I can't remember the daughter's name in it, but she has the imaginary friend called
Pigman.
Jody the pig,
Yeah.
and I just think, considering that it's meant to be true story and what have you, I just think
Yeah, that to
surely
be
you could
fair,
have come
yeah.
up with a fucking better idea than a bastard pig
Called Jody.
called Jody. My sister's called
To
Jody.
be fair,
My
that felt very it felt very tacked on. You know what I mean? It's like, do you ever get those stories where it feels like they have enough story, but then they add on extra
yeah.
stuff and it becomes too much, too convoluted
Did
almost.
speak on that subject. Have you? I was talking about this to the guys not long ago, but I watched a horror film called Barbarian. It's a couple of
I
years
haven't
old
watched
now.
it, but what's his face is in it?
The guy that dies and everything. Uh,
Um,
what is his name? Justin Long,
yes.
isn't it?
No, wait,
Uh,
that's not what I'm thinking of. There's somebody else in it, isn't
the
there?
guy who played Skarsgård, the guy who plays It
Oh,
and he's got the
Bill,
throat.
Bill. God, I love those
Yeah,
guard
Bill.
cards.
But it starts off so good, and it's just I was watching it. I was kind of on edge, like the first half an hour, the first 45 minutes, and then it's just like it is like somebody else just wrote the second
That's
half.
how
It
I
just
felt. I
hands
know.
on.
I think you're an Adam Neville fan, aren't you?
A bit. I wouldn't say I'm a massive fan of it of his.
I like I understand why people are a fan, but it just doesn't work for me. I find a lot of his books that and specifically right this second I'm thinking of No One Gets Out Alive, I think it's called.
I've seen the
Um
movie. I've not read the book.
I haven't seen the movie, I've read the book, but the first half of the book works really well. It's really good. But then when it feels like it should end, it continues on for like a whole half a book. And the whole time I was reading the second half, I was like, I feel like we reached the conclusion and then went beyond the conclusion.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
It felt like it kept going, and the whole time I was confused, and I was like, "Why is this still a thing?" I find out with like the same House of Small Shadows that the premise of that was amazing, but it went weird. It went in a direction I wasn't expecting, and then it kind of felt like when there should have been a natural conclusion that it just kept going and going again.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
to be honest, to this day, I couldn't tell you how either of those books actually ended because I think my brain stopped at the point where I felt was the natural point.
You're not. I'm not saying this is what you're saying, but I've heard a number of people say that he doesn't quite know how to finish a book because it,
Yeah.
it just kind of feels like it drags on. His writing is good, but it gets to a certain point, it's just the ending isn't there.
Yeah, but look, to be fair, that's a thing. Like Stephen King was never great. His short stories are practically perfection, but his long form stuff, like there was massive exposition dumps that you wouldn't get away with. You know what I mean? We'd be torn to shreds for that kind of thing. The endings were pretty lackluster most of the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Nobody's perfect.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I get.
Except
I
Keelan
mean,
Patrick Burke, he's perfect.
s- Keelan. No, I read quite well the majority of Kings growing up. And I certainly have some favourites, and there's some out there which I don't like at all. I don't
Do you
really
know
like.
it's weird for me because my favorite of Kings is 11/22/63, and it's the least horror of them all. And I've no interest in like I had no specific interest in the whole JFK thing, but I
Yeah,
just found the book absolutely riveting. I think it was there was enough history with also being a little bit weird and dystopian that it was just perfect. It had everything.
yeah. I think if anything, I tend to go for the late 70s, 80s stuff. Misery is probably my favourite. I really like that one. It's and The Shining. There is other one, but they are more. I like Secret Window. I really like Secret Window. I like Shawshank Redemption as well and Green Mile, but I don't class them as horror.
Yeah, no, I was going to say, but then again, as I say, like 22, 11/22/63 is not really horror either. It's a bit of everything. Like it has horror elements in like when he goes back to Derry with all the stuff that happens there. It's got fucking, I think it's got everything in it bar Western.
Yeah. Have you seen the movie
11/22/63. Oh, the series.
series? Sorry.
Yeah, because what's his face is in it, and I love him, even though I know I'm not supposed to. Franco.
I've not watched it. That's the only reason why I'm asking.
It's okay. They change enough because I was worried. I was like, will it be too close to the books? But they actually change enough. And the book is better, but that is the case for most things,
Yeah.
except Jaws.
No, fair enough. I watched. I, I say recently. It wasn't really recently. It was when it came out. Salem's Lot.
I'm not sure if I've watched the newer one of them. I think we did watch it
Wasn't.
one night, actually.
It wasn't a great. I don't mind the It films. People kind of go. I prefer the original '90s version, minus the big spider at the end. But I don't mind them as films.
Yeah,
Uh,
I think Bill Skarsgård, I think he does a really good job.
mm, I just
I
I
think
just
he's really leaned into the horror stuff.
yeah. I
Like he
just like
doesn't, it's like he doesn't feel the need to be the pretty boy and stuff. He's okay being like
yeah.
even Nosferatu, you know what I mean? He's like I like him, I think he's good. I love his brother, but
Which one is the Tarzan?
Alexander. Yeah.
Is he the one who played Tarzan?
Yes.
Yeah, I've never seen Tarzan. I just know he plays Tarzan.
Very pretty.
And his dad, who's in
Ellen?
who's in everything.
He is. He is. He's in like fucking Thor and the whole shebang.
Yeah, he's. I've seen him in quite a lot of stuff. Meredith always watches him in Mamma Mia, the Abbott thing.
Oh yes, yes, Mamma Mia. Jeez, I
Yeah,
forgot about that.
yeah. But yeah, there we go. Anyway, I'll stop recording now because we've been going for ages. So I'll stop recording.